What up, channel? It's Foreplayy, and this is just another commentary. Today's topic is going to be what defines success in Call of Duty, obviously, or in gaming in general. Like, what do you define as successful, and what do I define as successful? And this topic is going to be awesome because I can kind of fill you guys in with what I feel about Call of Duty players and attitudes and stuff like that. And first and foremost, before I start the story, I'm actually in a pretty good mood for just damaging and breaking my iPhone. I have an iPhone 4S or whatever, and I had it on top of my car. This is a quick story. Sorry if you guys don't want to hear this, but I like to update my channel 24/7. And so I had my phone on top of my car, and I have my hands full, my gym bag, all that stuff. And I'm pulling out of my neighborhood to go to the gym. I'm like a fitness attendant over at my local gym. And I'm over there, right? Or I'm driving over there, and I hear a loud thump. And I put my phone on top of the car, and I forgot to take it off because I put everything else in my car except for that. And I'm driving, and I hear a thump. It falls off, and it's on the other side of the road. So I got to pull over, and then I'm looking at my phone. It's good, right? There's no cars coming. I'm good. And then all of a sudden, I see this van with this little old lady who can barely see over the wheel. And she's just like going, just, you know, she's probably sitting on like a phone book or something. And she can barely see over the wheel and stuff. And then all of a sudden, the worst thing happens. The lady, I swear to God, she wanted to run over my phone. She had a bad day or something because there's a big lane, you know? And this van isn't like a big van. This is not like carrying like a rock group or anything, you know? It's not carrying little Justin Bieber in there or nothing. It's just a regular van. And she swerves and hits the damn phone, and the screen is all cracked up. And yeah, that's just a little update. But anyway, so what defines success in Call of Duty? Let's go ahead and talk about this. I think this topic is a very strong opinionated topic because it's a situation that to be a good player in Call of Duty, this game is, everyone plays Call of Duty, right? Like, you can go to your supermarket probably or your local gym and find people that play Call of Duty, whether it's competitive or not. I don't know that, but a lot of people play pubs, and that's the notion that this game is so full that everyone thinks they're good. Like, have you ever met those kids that you play, like you'll just play randomly and they'll be like, oh, I'm so good. My KD is like a 2.4, legit. And you're like, oh, that's awesome. And like, they don't know that you're like a competitive player and you're in the MLG scene and game battles and stuff. And you're just thinking in your head, man, I would destroy you. But that's the thing. That's the problem with this game, I think, because there's so many of those players out there that don't know what competition is, and everyone thinks they're the best because it's so oversaturated. And that's what happens with, like, I was watching the MLG Dallas stream, and I'm noticing all these Halo guys are talking crap about Call of Duty, like tons of them. They're like, oh, Call of Duty takes no skill. Any Halo pro could go over to Call of Duty and place pro over there. And now, this is where all my Halo subscribers, don't get mad at this, I'm just speaking the 100% truths here, but that's not true, because in games past, for example, in games past, we had Halo players come over here. In Modern Warfare 2, we had Legend JRG, we had a bunch of players, and we would absolutely destroy them. No offense to any of the players that got destroyed, but that's not true. And then I'll stick up for my Call of Duty community here, and I'll say this. We have a player in Call of Duty 4 and MW2, his name is Criminal. He ended up switching from Call of Duty to Halo, and he got pro status. I'm just saying. So anyway, in my opinion, what defines success in Call of Duty is the ability to be able to think ahead. And it's not going into a public match and dominating little Timmy and his brother that just got the game and are playing split screen and stuff. It's the ability to think ahead in competitive gaming and be the best in competitive gaming, not public. None of that really matters. Obviously, pubs are fun to play. I love playing FFA, whether it's pubs or tournament. But I wanted to do this in, I don't know, in hopes that people would see that competitive Call of Duty is so different than public Call of Duty. You know, I know a lot of my subscribers are still public players that might want to get into competitive or just starting getting in. So if that's the case, then respect competitive Call of Duty and all the players that are in it, because even if you go into Black Ops playlist right now, if you go into the Black Ops playlist, you can run into some really good underrated players, and I'm not sure if it's because they're playing all day every day or if legitimately they're just really good. But I think competitive Call of Duty players definitely have the hardest time to get acknowledged as a pro. Like, I don't know how many times I go into pubs and I hear so many kids like with MLG in their clan tag and they say, yeah, I'm a pro, and like I think they legitimately think being a pro is just being really good, when being a pro to me is winning, placing top 8, placing whatever the case may be. Like, most of my subs, like, you guys know what a pro is. You know, you guys know the difference between an amateur and a pro, and a lot of you guys are amateurs that look up to pros, and that's awesome, because I think that's how it should be. Not in the sense of like you shouldn't, like, their word isn't any greater than yours. Don't ever think that. But the amateurs that look up to pros, that's 100% normal. You know, like when I played football, I looked up to other defensive ends that played my position. This kid gets dominated, by the way. But yeah, and that's natural, I think. But all right, so now let's get on to step number 2. Step 2 of being a good Call of Duty player is, after we talked about the ability to think ahead and know what the other team is doing, then it's also, like, obviously winning. So getting on a good Call of Duty team, I think, can be extremely difficult, and that's the most frequently asked question that I get is, how can I get another good group of people, or like 3 other people that are really good that want to win? And I don't have a good legitimate answer for that. Like, I know that I know the typical answers of get on game battles and try to like search for other players and stuff, but just because you find 3, even if you find 3 players in pubs, doesn't mean that they're going to be good, you know? So finding those 3 legitimate players are going to be extremely difficult. And I think that once you find them, don't give up on the team so easy. I've been on so many teams, for example, that I've had to build from scratch. Like, I've had just players that weren't on top caliber teams but had so much skill, but they didn't have teamwork yet, that it's crazy. So you have to put in that work, you know. And then I actually tweeted something the other day. It was like the hardships that you go through, like, make your success story that much better, you know. So like, don't expect things to be handed to you, and actually put in the work, you know. Like, I know you guys know me as a motivational dude, and I'm really motivational in a lot of the stuff I do, but put in that hard work that you know that you have to put in, and then if it pays off, then obviously your story is going to be awesome. And that's another thing. Me being in like the latter half of my Call of Duty or my gaming career, I know for a fact that I don't know coming into Black Ops 2 if I have enough patience to run with the team that I'm running with. That's why I might be talking to another team right now. And not talking to another team, but a team that you guys are truly going to love me teaming with. I don't want to give away too many details yet, and everything's still up in the air. But I will say I might have some good details coming soon for you guys. And yeah, I just want to do this commentary. Obviously, you're going to see me go 11-2 in this Search and Destroy game. This is of the competition playlist. And yeah, you guys are the best. This is Foreplayy from Team Envious and the Foreplayy gang. Peace. What's up, channel? I hope you guys enjoyed that video, What Defines Success. This is my first time doing one of these outro things, but we're trying to up the quality of my videos a little bit. If you guys haven't already, checked out the Finale V3 trailer. That's on the left. Please check that out. I really think you guys will enjoy it. Finale V3 should be dropping pretty soon. Also, if you always wanted to see what my classes look like, that video will be on the right. MW3 class setup video. Hope you guys have a good day. Peace.